So, welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. This is our July Lunch and Learn on the emotional benefits of doTERRA's essential oils. And I am Roxanne Wheeler, your proactive registered nurse, who is here to teach you about the emotional benefits of our essential oils. Our next Lunch and Learn will be August 11th. Wow, this year is zooming by us fast. Remember, this month, doTERRA is giving us a free 5 milliliter deep blue oil blend for qualifying orders. How do you qualify? Well, you qualify by placing a 125 PV order before the 15th of the month, which would be tomorrow. Or even better yet, you can score the free product of the month every month that you purchase any type of VMG Plus and Omega Plus supplement bundle any day of the month. The Deep Blue Oil Blend is worth $38, so that is significant as a freebie. It has 83 drops in the bottle and serves us beautifully for any part of our body that is aching or hurting. However, the Deep Blue blend also has emotional benefits big time. Deep Blue, excuse me, Deep Blue is generally used for physical discomforts, but it can also help us who are resisting or avoiding the emotions that underlie our physical discomfort. It offers strength to face emotional wounds, allowing the wounds to surface for transformation and healing. This blend can teach individuals how to be the observer of their painful experiences rather than over identifying with them. When individuals suffer from intense emotional or physical pain, it is common for them to act irrationally or lose their head. Deep Blue can support the mind in staying cool and collected, regardless of the emotional turmoil or physical pain individuals may be in. In this way, they maintain mental clarity in the face of danger or pain. And at its core, Deep Blue teaches acceptance of tolerance of pain. It reveals the possibility that pain is not cruel or bad, but is simply a teacher. Instead of resisting pain, one may embrace the lessons it has to offer. As individuals let go of resistance, pain lessens and often dissipates altogether. By understanding the nature of pain, this blend encourages assimilation of all of life's experiences. So, how are we going to use Deep Blue? We can use it topically. To do that, we can dilute Deep Blue about 1 to 3 drops with a carrier oil, such as fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, or my new favorite, doTERRA's castor oil. We can massage wherever emotional or physical pain is experienced. This will allow us to feel more strength, acceptance, soothing, and reassuring. And we will feel more peaceful and serene. This all accomplishes healing. Automatically, we can inhale, I'm sorry, not automatically, aromatically, we can inhale it from the bottle, or we can diffuse it in a waterless diffuser like the Mist motion sensor plug-in, or we can use a regular water-based diffuser, even adding it to other oils like Serenity Oil Blend, especially if it's at night when pain bothers you most. By using your Deep Blue oil, we will feel increased strength, acceptance, soothing, and a peaceful healing. It will allow us to resist pain of any type, like feeling panicked, feeling wounded, or unhealed. In the Deep Blue blend, we have the following oils that contribute to all this healing. They include wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, ylang ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. The wintergreen invites people to release not just the burdens of their life, but their resistance. It supports those who have carried pain so long they no longer know where it ends and they begin. This often results in people bracing against life, afraid they will collapse under the weight. Wintergreen helps soften this internal tension by inviting the soul through the doorway of humility. It reminds them that surrender is not failure, but the beginning of relief. Wintergreen addresses the emotional toll of chronic pain, both physical and psychological. It supports those who have pushed through suffering out of necessity, obligation, or spiritual belief. Pain often masks deeper grief, fear, or a longing to be seen. Wintergreen invites an individual to listen without judgment to the body's pain signals and unmet needs, and to respond with compassion. Wintergreen helps release the need to control, fix, or force outcomes. For those who rely on willpower to survive, this oil offers a reset. It interrupts cycles of over-efforting and hypervigilance and restores the permission to rest. This oil affirms that strength is not only found in pushing forward, but in yielding. It helps individuals discern what is truly theirs to carry and what is asked to be surrendered. Wintergreen reassures that as the soul surrenders, a sacred trust in the divine unfolds to meet what is being released. Now, we can use this oil topically and aromatically if we have the separate wintergreen oil, which comes in a 15 milliliter bottle, the same ways we use the deep blue blend. So what will we feel more of when we use deep blue because of this wintergreen component? We will feel more relieved, more strengthened, and humbled, as well as having less attachment to our pain. And some people can honestly become their pain. And you know some of those people. I know I grew up with one, and it was hard because everything was about pain in his life. Now, peppermint as a component of the deep blue blend brings joy and buoyancy to the heart and soul. It invigorates body, mind, and spirit, and reminds individuals that life can be happy. They don't have to be controlled by fear. It lifts them out of their emotional trials for a short reprieve. When individuals use peppermint, they feel as though they're gliding through life. It assists in staying on the surface of emotional issues, kind of like floating on top of water. The power of peppermint can be felt most in times of discouragement or despair. When we use peppermint, we can rediscover the joy of being alive. However, a person may also abuse the properties of peppermint oil if it is used as a permanent escape to avoid dealing with emotional pain, because it can hinder progress or our growth in that progress. It should not be used in this way. It aids individuals who need a short breather. At times, a reprieve is necessary before re-entering emotional waters. But one is not meant to wade in the shallow end forever. Emotional pain, when met with acceptance, serves as one of life's greatest teachers. Peppermint can assist individuals in regaining the strength needed to face their emotional reality. So when we use the deep blue, we will get the optimism and the strength to face emotional pain. And I wonder sometimes, because every day when I go to the Y and I use the therapy pool and I take my shower and I put on the deep blue stick immediately after I dry off. But I always make sure and smell it. And I'm wondering if that gives me my optimism and my strength to go on for the day. It's an interesting proposition, right? Ylang ylang is a powerful remedy for the heart, and this is part of our Deep Blue blend. It reconnects people with their inner child and the pure, simple ways of the heart. It encourages play and restores a childlike nature and innocence. It assists in accessing intuition or heart knowing. It's also a powerful remedy for releasing emotional trauma from the past. It's a fantastic support in age regression work and other methods of emotional healing. It also helps us to release bottled up emotions such as anger and sadness. Feelings that have been buried inside are brought to the light through your ylang yang's assistance. This allows emotional healing to flow naturally, nurturing the heart through the process. It reminds the individual that joy can be felt and experienced more fully by allowing the heart its full range of emotions. Ylang ylang can be used aromatically and topically, but I personally also use it internally. I take a drop every morning and every night in my oil shot for other reasons, but basically for my blood pressure, and it is reliably effective. No more white coat syndrome for this girl. So the ylang ylang component of Deep Blue allows us to feel more playful, intuitive, and innocent as we are healing. Helichrysum in the Deep Blue is an amazing healer of emotional pain. It aids the walking wounded, those with a history of difficult life circumstances, trauma, self-destruction, loss, and abuse. These people need the powerful spiritual support that Helichrysum offers. It gives strength and endurance to the wounded soul who must keep on living despite past difficulties. This oil restores confidence in life and in the self, giving individuals strength to carry on. And personally, I use Helichrysum a lot when I happen to need a new hip. And for about a year, I was kind of struggling with limping and a lot of discomfort. And then the last 3 months before I ended up in surgery, I was using 3 bottles of Helichrysum every month to get me through because it's also a very good reliever of discomfort. Helichrysum has a powerful relationship with the light of the sun. It inspires joy, fervor, and hope for the living. This oil takes hurt souls by the hand, guiding them through life difficulties. If individuals can persevere, this oil can take them into new heights of spiritual consciousness. It offers hope their emotional wounds can be healed. It can teach individuals to have gratitude for their trials. It helps them to see that if they had not been wounded, they would not have sought healing that resulted in a spiritual rebirth. Just as the phoenix dies and rises from its ashes, so might we be raised from turmoil. Helichrysum's warrior spirit is such that all may face adversities with courage and determination. It brings hope to the most discouraged of souls in life, to those in need of rebirth. Helichrysum is used aromatically and topically, like we discussed earlier with Deep Blue. And so this part of Deep Blue helps us to feel more courageous, more hopeful, and determined. Blue Tansy supports those who are resisting taking action to change or transform their circumstances. Blue tansy is really helpful when individuals have become stagnant in their own progression. It provides the kind of catalytic spark that overcomes the tendency to vacillate, avoid, or procrastinate. Blue tansy demands that individuals choose to take the helm in their own life. It also encourages individuals to live in alignment with the whisperings of their inner voice, prompting them to make necessary changes. When an individual represses these messages, they often feel lethargic, drained, apathetic, sluggish, and blue tansy invites individuals to take the initiative to reclaim the life they dream of. It invites individuals to manifest their passion into action. This is especially important when there is a desire to retreat or self-sabotage. And how many times have we self-sabotaged ourselves, right? By creating more inward mobility, Blue Tansy encourages them to accept all that is, including emotional setbacks and other challenges, which must be overcome to actualize inspiration and sustained change. It teaches that each act is based on choice and requires individuals to own the responsibility of their cumulative choices. It demands personal mastery and purposeful action in achieving one's fullest potential. You can use Blue Tansy by inhaling it and rubbing it onto sore places or pulse points. You know, another way I use Blue Tansy is I put it in my shampoo. So I'm massaging it into my scalp every time I shampoo with that Blue Tansy in it. And honestly, the reason I use it, I don't use it for this reason emotionally, but I use it to keep my whites and grays in my hair brighter looking. And I used to use it on my white dog all the time. And it did work. It's a natural bluing agent, totally pure and without any kinds of side effects at all. Blue Tansy's constituents within the Deep Blue blend allow a person to feel more inspired, more committed and energized, as well as responsible for their own life. The osmanthus oil, and this is the last one we're going to talk about from this Deep Blue blend, is a component that has a reassuring aroma that melts away stress, overextension, and hurriedness. It helps us relax into simple moments and appreciate what is happening right now. And osmanthus is an oil that isn't regularly available to purchase, but it often comes out in the holiday offerings in some way. I think that's basically when I've gotten it before, and it has come out in a roller. To breathe in to to appreciate what's happening right now, it could be something like breathing in the captivating smell after a rain stops, or to look at the exquisite color of a blossoming flower, or maybe to listen to the soft hum of bees' wings. Being present in the here and now allows us to slow down and experience gratitude for everything around us. Osmanthus reminds people that their heart is meant to overflow with authentic, sacred, tender emotion, and that love can heal their wounds. Using osmanthus individually, one can smell it or apply it topically anywhere on your skin, but where it smells so pleasant, you might like it up closer to your nose. And this part of the Deep Blue blend allows us to feel more grateful, nurtured, and cherished. So if you want more of the Deep Blue blend besides the freebie that you can get this month, you can get it in other versions. In the Deep Blue stick that comes with copaiba, in the Deep Blue rub, which literally in that big tube has a full bottle of the Deep Blue oil in it. There are also sample packets of the Deep Blue rub if you want to take it on a trip. There are also enrollment kits, as well as we're allowed to purchase one of these enrollment kits or money-saving kits and collections, like the Simple Solutions Kit, the Home Essentials Kit, the Healthy Habits Kit, Family Essentials Kit, and Aroma Touch Kit. If you or a friend needs your own wholesale account, which I highly recommend because that's where you get the best savings and freebies. In fact, those of us using the reward system of ordering our products can get a free product every month, like this Deep Blue Oil Blend, in the couple of ways which I mentioned at the top of this episode. I mentioned in the beginning either a qualifying order of 125 PV by the 15th of the month, and if you didn't put in a 125 PV and you would like this oil because it's sounding much better to you, you can even call customer service and tell them you want to do a makeup order. A makeup order is anytime we can earn freebies and we put in an order, but we didn't quite get there to get the freebie. But later on in the month, we decided we wanted it. You can go back in, I believe, with this one, you might need to do it by tomorrow, but I'm not really sure about that, if they'll honor it the rest of the month as well by calling to do a makeup order or not. That part I'm not sure about. Or if you purchase any type of VMG, the powder vitamin mix plus the E Omega bundle any day of the month, you can get a freebie. And I can help anyone get started anytime with any order that you wish. And I can probably get you some freebies with a special promo code that I now have for qualifying orders. So I'll put this code in the replay email so you can share it with anybody who wants to get started with natural, safe, effective solutions for their wellness. Please let me know how I can help at any time because I know what the special deals are. I stay close to the vest on that. And the savings through various kits, I can sometimes direct you towards getting the most bang for your buck by combining different collections and so forth. But there are lots of ways to maximize your oils. And when you get started with a 100 PV order, you get free shipping. You can get lots of freebies, and I can save you money all at the same time. So I thank you again for wanting to learn. And when you get started with me or anyone on our team, you get our monthly education similar to this. There are other opportunities to learn throughout the month and maximize your oils, as well as our great customer support. So remember, our next Lunch and Learn will be August 11th. So until then, stay well, be proactive, and have a terrific day. So I am going to stop the recording now so we can do personal questions and do that off camera so that we can be perfectly compliant on camera. Thank you again.